Have you ever woke up in the morning and wondered what am I going to use today to shave with? Well, I do that frequently, except I've got a lot of choices. And today, I've got a number of new products that we're going to use. I bought this Duke Cannon's big ass brick of soap here, and this is what it looks like. It's 10 ounces. Wait a minute, almost takes 2 hands to lift it up. It's huge. The reason I bought it is I read the ingredients on it on the end here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm just gonna, it's sodium toluate, boom, and I liked it right away because I like soaps, even shaving soaps or hand soaps with toluate in it because it really helps slick the slipperiness of it. And it also has glycerin in it. And this particular set is inspired by soap used by the GIs during the Korean War. I don't know, okay. Trusted by active duty military personnel, made in the same plant that supplied the Korean War troops. So we're going to see what this is like. What does it smell like? It's got a refreshing smell. It's not flowery. It's hard to say what it is. Maybe when I put it on it's going to help, but I think I'm going to use it as a pre-shave soap and see how that works out. Okay, so that's the Duke Cannon supply soap. All right, a couple of other things I'm going to use today that are new. Let's see. I bought some new blades, more blades. I got so many blades now, I'll never outlive them. I got the Saloon pack by Gillette, and it came with 2 boxes like this, and there's 50 razor blades in each box, and then they threw in an extra set of blades, which I've never had these before. This is the Supermax Platinums, which I never used before or even heard of, so I'm going to be using those on one of these next shaves. So the Supermax Platinum came with this. When I opened it up, they had several of these boxes in. Let's see, 10 of these. There's 5 blades in each one, and each one is individually wrapped, of course, in like a wax paper that looks like that. And Wilkinson swords, blades. I think you can see that. If not, I'll turn it around. The wax is on there yet. There you go, the Wilkinson sword, stainless. So we're going to try that for the first time. I know that some of the other guys that shave online really like that razor. All right, the blade, or the razor I'm going to use, razor blade rather, the razor I'm going to use today is a 37C by Merkur. Okay, this is a 2-piece razor. You screw it on the bottom here. I've used this a lot. It's a slant blade like this. And that's what I'm going to try to put this blade in. Just put it in the right end. I'm familiar with that razor, so since I'm using a new blade, I don't know exactly how aggressive it is or mild. So I'm going to use something at least that I'm reasonably familiar with. Let's see. And as you know, this 37C, there's a little bit of an overhang. This is a shorter version, and it's a nice heavy razor. I like that heaviness of the razor. Okay, let's see, we got the blades taken care of, the razor taken care of, the soap taken care of. I got some special Duke Cannon aftershave lotion, which I'll go over when I finish. The brush. I'm using today a synthetic brush I just got at the YAQI. It's a 24mm professional brush, and there's the label on it. I don't know, hopefully you can see that. I'll turn it around. There you go. And then it's a tuxedo top, I guess. That's what they call it. So we're going to try to use that for the first time today. It's nice. I like the size of that. I got that soaking in a little bit of water. Soap I'm going to use today will be the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement soap, the CAD soap. And my God, that does smell so good. Boy, if I want to cheer myself up, this is a soap that I use. Smelly really good. All right, I'm going to put that back on to preserve it like that. And then I put that in my little bowl in the bottom. So let's begin. I'm going to use this soap right here to see how slippery it makes my skin. I haven't shaved for a couple days, and actually I've been haven't made any videos for the last week because my computer was down. I have an Apple computer, and a word of caution, I never had a problem with upgrading the operating system, and the operating system I had on there was the Mojave, And those of you that use an Apple know what I mean. And then they wanted you to upgrade to Catalina, which I did, and never had a problem, except what happened was Mojave would handle 32-bit and 64-bit programs. Guess what? Apple, in their infinite wisdom, said, no, we're going to make everything has to be 64-bit. So when I put it on, a lot of the programs that were 32-bit wouldn't even work. And I was screwed. So not only that, I tried to bring my Chrome browser up. That wouldn't come up. I couldn't shut programs down. So I went into my time machine, and I'm going to give it one more coat here of this. This is nice slippery, this soap. Wow. Look at that. So I went into my time machine to restore it back to an old operating system, because Catalina operating system for the Mac came out on October 7th. And so I went back to the 5th. It took like 12, 13 hours overnight, and I woke up and it said it failed. We're going to mix this up now. I've been heating this up. Before I do that, I'm going to take this one. I had my brush soaked in. I'll put new hot water in it. When I get mixing the lather, through mixing it, I'll dump it in there and it'll keep it nice and warm. Anyway, back to the computer. I took like 13 or 14 hours and it failed. And I said, oh, geez. So I picked another date, took me another 8 or 10 hours. That one failed. So now, what am I going to do? I don't have a computer. All my business is on there, all my videos, all my editing software for doing these videos, and some of my other websites. This is really doing nicely. It's really lathering up nicely. So I took it to Best Buy. They had it for 3 days, and I finally got it back. Everything's worked perfect. And just a word of caution, I will not upgrade for a couple years. I don't care what Apple comes out with, because I don't want to lose my computer again. Be careful if they ask you to upgrade to Catalina. If you have a new computer and no prior programs on it, it'll probably work fine. Boy, is this nice. Look at that. Probably work fine. But I'm back with Mojave now, and everything is working cool. So this will be my first video I'll be editing sometime tonight or tomorrow, and get it back up on the net. Boy, this is really, look at the soap that this thing is generating. Soap to lather. Wow. Let's put this on here. A couple other tips. I shaved my head the other day with a new razor, and I'll go over that with you maybe during the week. And I must have had some boo-boos on my head, and you can see they kind of broke out a little bit. So I needed to head shave today, but I didn't want to. I wanted to give my head a rest. So I used an electric shaver. Oh, forgive me. Just for trimming. So I have a Braun Model 60. Let me put this on here. I think this is good. It's a rechargeable, not rechargeable, it's a battery operated one. The first one I had was like for 10 years. I bought it in 2010, and I just replaced it the last year, and this is what it looks like. Just like that. This flips down, and the head comes off, and you can put it, you could use it in a shower if you want to. Easy to clean. 2 batteries go in the bottom. You're all set, but it's really good if you want to do some trim work and don't want to take your razor out again. So just kind of a tip. Also, it's good for getting in the ears if you want to shave the inside of your ears, or on the outside in here. All right, let's see how we do on this. Yeah, I put it in there. Wow, I must be confused. Usually I start on the other side of the face. The soap is nice and slippery. Also is lather. Just want to see how this blade performs. I hope you're having a good day. Better than mine with the computer, that's for sure. Oh, checked off. And the only company that actually I got an email from was QuickBooks or Intuit that told me to please upgrade before the new Catalina comes out or you won't be able to use it. Which I did, and none of the other programmers did that. None of the programs that I use. Alright, let's talk about the blade. It's not the sharpest, not like a feather or an Astra green. It's comfortable enough, I'd say. We're looking at, see, smoothness and sharpness. Okay, I'd say I get about 50-50 on both of those, smoothness and sharpness on both. The Astra and the Persona is a little bit more sharp. It's an average blade, let's put it like that. With this particular razor on my skin, boy, I can almost shave alone with that soap. It's got a different smell. I can't put my finger on it. Okay. And put some more. Boy, oh boy, I got a lot of soap. Look at that, how that lathers up. That's a beautiful brush. Synthetic. And that brush won't set you back. You don't have to get a second mortgage for it either. So my tip of the day is be careful if you put Catalina. And what Best Buy had to do is they have programs that we can't get a hold of, that if they're registered or certified Apple dealers, which they are, they give them software and certain discs, and I think they had a disc for Mojave on the side because I knew they couldn't put it on by using my time machine. And I talked to them about it, and they said, yeah, that's what they did. And then they, once they had the Mojave on, first they formatted their disk, the hard drive, and cleaned it, and then they put Mojave on from a disk that Apple gave them. They upgraded that software. Then they went into my time machine and reinstalled all the programs, and it works perfect now. So that's been my adventures this last week. Okay. So far, so good. You notice this side, I do this side, I don't. More wrinkles over here. Another thing you have to be careful with overhanging, there's not much of it on this razor, is right in this area. All right, it's pass number 2. One more pass. So, no soap this time, but I'll tell you something, it's really slippery. I like that soap. All right. I can't tell where the handle's at. This is beautiful. So I love this CAD soap from PAA. I always goof their name up, and I gotta give them an apology for that. It's Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, and I used to say Phoenix Accoutrements Artisan, but it's easier if I just say PAA. I think that's a lot of what people use. And they have another name too, forgot what it is. Nice products, good people to work with. Okay. All the soaps and razor blades I buy myself. If I were to get them from a manufacturer, I would tell you. But everything that I use up to this point, I bought myself. So I try to do that to give you an honest opinion of what the products are like. All right, this is the final one. This razor does not clog up. It's just really nice. I imagine maybe with some soaps it would, but I've never had the problem. If any of you have ever used that soap, Duke Cannon, yeah. Let me know what you think of it. I'll have links to all of this below. If you're interested in it, give it a shot. I find it really a lot of fun to experiment with different products. Still got to write some articles on witch hazel. I did some preliminary research. And it's interesting. You know, it seems like, I've used that, just the third pass, it seems like the blade has calmed down a little bit. It's almost like it buffed it. It buffed it or strapped on my skin. But it feels better on the third pass than it did on the first one. And I think I just cut myself here. We'll see. I hope I didn't go that way. Nick myself a little there, that's no big deal. All right, I'm just going to do one last pass. No soap. I'm just going to use my lather. Okay. Somebody told me, why do you take so much time shaving? You can do it in 5 minutes. First of all, I work for myself. I work 7 days a week just about on all the things I do, but to me it's a hobby, and I just enjoy it. I don't want to rush through it. If you're gonna want something to rush through real quick, to bang bang in the morning, this is not for you. Yeah, I did cut myself right there a little bit. Not for you. And I definitely would not use a straight razor. Why I did my whole face now, I have no idea. Okay, I just want to do this down here. I could feel that when you can feel it after a while when you do this enough. I gotta tell you, this blade is beginning to feel better the more I use it. Okay, good. All right, let's use some nice cold, not Welsh water, like Paul H. says. How about some filthy Lake Michigan cold water? That's what I'm going to put on. Okay. Oh. I have to use my rag. This soap is really slippery. Wow. Okay. And we'll check, see how it did. Boy. Okay, I'm gonna use a piece of my styptic pencil here and we'll shut that bleeding down right away. Ooh, it burns. Burns okay. All right, let's check this out. Got my nose too. Nice, does a nice job. Okay, let's get a review on this. But before I do that, I'm going to put some witch hazel on. This is my favorite, Humphreys, after Paul Humphreys, with what do I have in here? Tea tree oil. He put me on that, so okay. Oh yeah. Ooh, nice. All right. Then what I'm going to use this here new. I haven't tried this before. Duke Cannon's Aftershave Balm, and this is the ice cold. Has no alcohol in it. Menthol to cool. Shea butter to hydrate. Reduce blemishes, razor burns, bumps, and tightness. So I'm going to give this a try. I smelt it before. It really smells nice. Let's see what this is like. Well, before I do that, I'm going to put on some fufu water. This is you can't buy this in the United States or in Europe. It's made in the Philippines. It was brought back to me as a gift. Just My Sense, it's called. It's a spray. It has a real nice. I never sprayed it on my face. I always put it on my hands and then. Oh, very nice. Like a mild floral scent, but really nice. Speaking of Philippines, I'll be going there this next year, probably there in Singapore for a month or 6 weeks, and I'll be doing some shaves over there. I'll put a little bit of this on. It's a little knob on the top you push down like that. The Duke Cannon Supply Company, same as the soap that I'm using. Oh. Might as well put it on top of my head too. Fresh. It's not an overpowering balm, but it feels good. Anyway, okay, let's review this. Enough of that. I use the soap I used. I got to pick it up with both hands. It's the Duke Kick-Ass soap. That's big-ass brick of soap, they call it. 10 ounces. You almost need 2 hands to lift it. I use my Merkur 37C slant razor with the Gillette Saloon pack blade, which I found got better on the second and the third than the first one. Pass at least. The aftershave lotion I used was the Duke Cannon's Aftershave Balm, ice cold, and I can feel it cool right now. And my favorite, Humphreys. Say hi to Paul. Paul H. Hi. Hi. Okay. And that's it. And I hope you enjoyed this and learned something. Oh, and the last thing I did was I used the YAQI brush, which has still got a lot of soap in it, which is really nice. Oh, and the soap I use, my brain is escaping me right now. The Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I had to read it to get it right. The CAD soap, very nice soap. If you've never had that, give it a shot. You'll love it. I promise you, or I'll buy it back from you. Okay, have a great day. Have a lot of shaves. Make some comments on these products that I use to see if you used them and what your opinions are. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next shave. Have a great week. Bye-bye.